I've been all in my phone, I got options.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shanella. If you are a returning subscriber, what it do? So I asked a couple of questions on my social media. I went ahead and asked some questions on my Instagram and on my Facebook. Basically, we're gonna get into what you guys want to know. How are you doing mentally? So that's the first question. Mentally, a girl is good. I feel like I've been through the worst, and I've been in the worst position that I've ever been in my life and that I could possibly be in my life. So I feel like I'm good. Like, whatever, I'm not going through anything right now. I feel like my relationship is very, very healthy, and you know, like, this is the most healthiest relationship I've ever had in my life, and I thank God for that every day. My household is good. I'm very happy with my space. Like, I have my own space. I have, like, you know, I do what I want. I have my car, I have my job. Like, I'm just grateful and I'm thankful for God every single day, because if not for him, I don't even know where I would be right now, honestly. But all in all, like, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm A-okay. And I'm happy. That's the most important part. I'm happy. That's it. Second question, what is the last movie that you cried to? So the last movie that I cried to was, I think it was a movie that I was watching with my boyfriend on Amazon Prime. It was some movie. I can't remember what it is, but I'll probably leave it in the comments if I remember, or once I'm done this video, I'm gonna go ask him and then I'm gonna write it in the video. But it was so good that I was literally crying. I think he was crying too, but he was trying to fake the funk like he wasn't crying, but I saw you. The last one before that one was, basically, I can cry on cue. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, I cry in a lot of movies. Like, I'm easily triggered in movies, especially when it's like sad stuff. Yeah, I'm triggered. So I think the last one I cried to was All American. And then what can make me cry all the time is Diary of a Mad Black Woman, when Tiffany Evans was singing in the choir and Tyler Perry's wife had came down the aisle, and after she got out of rehab and she had came down the aisle and she was clean and everybody was, oh yeah, that sent me. Like, Father, can you hear me? Literally to this day, I can cry to that movie on cue every time, same part, every single time. So yeah, I don't know who else is with me. Like, Tyler Perry, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, that scene, like, who's with me? Like, seriously, what? But anyway, let's move on to the next question. What do you miss about being younger? Everything. Like, I literally miss everything. I miss not having bills, not having responsibilities. I miss people being there in your life all the time and always trying to help you. These days, like, you can hardly get somebody to try to help you. Like, who's helping you? Unless, like, you have a really strong support system, you literally have to figure out life by yourself. Like, literally by yourself. That's why this generation, I feel like, because when you become an adult, you're gonna have to fend for yourself. And, like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I got it, but life is ghetto. Being an adult is ghetto. You hear me? Ghetto. Okay? Just saying. What attracts you to people? Is this people in general or like men? But it said people, so let's talk generally. Generally, what attracts me to people is their demeanor. If you're like a type of person who was like not approachable, then it's like, what's the point? But some people, like, you know what's funny? It's like the people who are not approachable end up being the nicest ones. So, like, I don't really judge that no more, because some people who aren't approachable, like, just gotta, like, a mean mug all the time or, like, look mad all the time. They're usually the nicest people. Like, but either way, just the way that you carry yourself. If you're funny, I like funny people in my circle because I'm goofy. Like, I always want to laugh. Like, I always want to have fun and crack jokes. So if you're like sensitive, that's like a big turn off for me. Just the way you care for others, the way you carry yourself and stuff like that. I'm really into people who are like, you know, down to earth. Like, you can be yourself around and you don't have to pretend. I don't like fake people, like people who I feel like always pretending to be somebody that they're not. Ultimate absolute no. Absolute no. Have you ever cheated or been cheated on? If I gotta cheat on you, I'm gonna leave. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, she not whatever. If I have to cheat on you, then that means that you're doing something that I don't like. And I'm not staying with nobody that I don't like. And I'm not staying with nobody that's mistreating me. I'm not staying with nobody that's not making me happy. That's an ultimate no for me. Like, I don't go in for strippiness, like, at all. So if you're mistreating me, treating me bad, like, I'm out of here. So I'm not gonna cheat on somebody. Like, if you're treating me bad, I'm out of here, like, period. And have you been cheated on? Yes. You know how many times I've been cheated on? This nice cute face, oh, broke me hard. You know what's time? But it's all right. It's all right. I got a good man now. Anyway, what do you consider a red flag in a relationship? A red flag. Whew. How many flags are red in it? A red flag to me is just basically a lot of secrecy. Somebody who's like very secretive. Who he goes out with his friends, he can't answer the phone. If he goes out with his friends, he can't answer your FaceTime. I try not to overthink things because like people are gonna do what they want to do anyway. And like if somebody's gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat. So it's like all these things that like people like to look into. Like I try not to do that. But yeah, that's my red flags. What is your love language? My love language is definitely acts of service. I like when people do things for me. I like receiving gifts as well. So definitely acts of service and receiving gifts. I like that. What's my best quality? I feel like I work really hard. So I guess like my work ethic, my ambition, the way I care for people. And I'm a go-getter. I'm humble. I'm a go-getter, period. If there's a will, there's a way, and I'm gonna make it happen. How did your last relationship end? I'm Jackie and I got catfished, and that's what I'm gonna stand on because the type of ridiculousness that happened in my last relationship was very uncalled for, and I feel like I was on an episode of Prank. 25 likes and I'm gonna tell the story. 25 likes and I'm gonna tell y'all what happened because I got catfished and I'm gonna stand on it, period. That's what happened in my last relationship. I got bamboozled and taken for idiots. Have you ever snuck out? Yeah. Who haven't snuck out? Like, we all snuck out. What? You have a Caribbean parent, you snuck out. If you have at least one Caribbean parent, you've snuck out. But at least someone in my house knew where I was. Like, I wasn't just missing. Somebody in my household, a family member, knew exactly where I was at the specific time. So I wasn't worried about it. What's my biggest lesson? I feel like my biggest lesson was last year. Being flat on my face. Dead broke. Didn't have any family around, being on my own, having to fend for myself, getting 2 jobs to try to make sure I got food in my belly, clothes on my back, my bills is paid while I was in Florida. Like, just being flat on my face, I feel like that was my biggest lesson. Like, I've never been at my lowest point in my life like how I was last year. And what's funny is that nobody knew that except for like my closest family. Like, nobody knew that. And I want to say to whoever, like, I'm about to get emotional, but I'm like, to whoever is going through something, I feel like this video is not about me and not about my lesson or whatever, but God doesn't sleep. And that's the last thing I'm going to say in this video. God does not sleep. If you are going through anything where you feel like you don't have anywhere else to turn, you've done enough all that you can do, and there's nothing else that you can do, like, at the end of the day, you still have a lot more to experience. You still have a lot more to go through. You still have a lot more to learn, and God doesn't sleep. Like, if he's putting you through something that you know is so hard and you can't do it, like, he's not putting you through it by accident. Like, he's doing it on purpose, and it's for you to learn something, and it's for you to keep going he's already made the way for you. So it's kind of like, you know, like, just keep pushing, keep holding on. For me, like, I felt like it was nothing else that I can do, but I don't even know what got me through that year. If it's not for him, like, I don't even know where I would have been, honestly. So to whoever is going through something where you feel like, you know, you don't have anybody that you can count on, you don't have any, you know, any support and things like that, like, God got you to the end. Like, he's not gonna leave you alone. He's not gonna let you go through anything that he know that you can't get yourself out of. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to hear that ex story, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, and also share this with your friends, share with the people on your social media. And thank you guys so much for 200 subscribers. We're on our way to 300, so let's get it popping.